Hi everybody, it's Eek the Kobold here. I want to give a special thanks to Michael Benefield, Sith Lord Dippy, and Tony Elevato for supporting us at patreon.com/Goblins Growlers.
This is Quid Pro Roll, a fantasy live play adventure where a party of unlikely heroes embark on a quest to bring dragons back to their world.
So you guys are going to leave the camp of the orcs behind you and travel north towards the Scaled Steppes. It's going to be dawn of a new day before you reach the edge of what looks to be the desert itself. There seems to be like a really hard plateau on a cliff that dips down, and you're sort of able to survey what looks to be the desert out ahead of you. If you're going to begin traveling toward the Scaled Steppes, you're going to have to figure out what to do with Snuffles, because it does not look like she and the wagon are going to be able to go down this cliff. At least where you all are now.
Does anybody have Reduce Enlarge as a spell?
I would say that is something to look at the wizard for.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wizard.
Well, I have Catapult.
That's not what I asked.
Snuffles!
We're going to transport her 150 feet at a time.
We will leave no man behind.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find a different way around. Well,
Do you have Featherfall?
I don't like where this is going.
No.
Okay. Because
What?
I could be on board with Catapult if you also had Featherfall.
That would also mean, wouldn't that also mean that someone has to be on Snuffles and the cart?
I mean, Gravy Boat would volunteer. Snuffles is his buddy.
Okay. You know, whatever boats your gravy.
Yeah. Gravy Boat would be riding that cart down like Slim Pickens with his cowboy hat.
Yeehaw!
All the wheels come off. It's just sliding.
How I learned to love the chromatic dragons.
Wait, is this a cliff or like a really steep slope?
Would you call it a step?
It's going to be closer to a cliff.
So just so I'm clear, that's a no on Featherfall.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we should go around this cliff. I don't like jumping from tall cliffs.
Yeah, can we, like, looking around, if we look, sort of along the horizon around us a little bit, can we see maybe it gets to a place where it slopes down, where there might be an easier way, like a pass, even with switchbacks or something like that?
Can we tie it to the oxen and try to ford the cliff?
You're killing me. You are going to put me in the ground. If you travel along the border, sort of the area that you're in, if you travel along to sort of the northwest, closer to where Urnvale was, it looks like if you pass Urnvale and you keep going, you will be able to hit the hilly area that they were talking about to begin with.
What kind of travel time are we looking at if we do that?
Week, maybe 2.
Okay. This holy mission will keep, so let's go.
Is this map topographical?
It's Tamagotchical.
Tamagotchical? Is this map still alive? I've ignored it since we got it.
It is absolute. I think I'm having a stroke, guys. Tipper Gore, yes. It is absolutely Tipper Gore. The mountains and everything are going to be marked, but it is going to be more focused on the cities and towns.
Okay. So what do you guys think?
Alita, does the dragon pendant do anything?
You're going to have to be a lot more specific.
I think Johannes is asking for guidance.
I'm not sure how you think the dragon pendant works. It's not like a ball with a dice in it that I shake and it tells me things.
Yeah, Gravy Boat walks up and grabs the dragon pendant and just sort of holds it up to his mouth. He's like, "Hey there, dragon, this is Gravy Boat coming at you. In all your holy wisdom, will you tell..."
You're speaking directly into her chest.
I've moved it from her chest.
Roll a persuasion check.
Are we rolling a persuasion for Alita to not smack him or for the dragon to talk to him?
You're the DM.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Let's roll this nightmare check.
Are you rolling it?
No.
Am I rolling it? What am I trying to persuade here?
What are you trying to do with the dragon pendant?
I'm trying to get guidance from your dragon god.
That's
Sweet talk it.
not how that works.
You
Seduce the
could roll a
dragon.
performance check on Alita. She can pretend to be the dragon. and then
You don't think that that's vaguely sacrilegious for her?
Oh, true.
I mean, it's all in service of her holy mission.
Still sacrilegious. Anyway, continue talking to the necklace.
Oh, great and wise dragon god, with your mighty talons of diamond and your wingspan that frightens even the planets.
Are you just making things up?
No. Can you I am well read in dragon lore. I've read several novels.
Novels.
No.
Were they romance novels or?
It was
I mean,
the dark wings over your heart.
There was a lot of action going on. That's pretty much where I land on that. But anyway, Lord Dragon God Man, could please, I beseech you, give us guidance on our holy mission that we may accomplish it in a brief amount of time and also gain fame and fortune. Thank you much. Kate, thanks, bye.
Love gravy boat.
And or training montage for until we get past these cliffs.
Boat, I'm going to let you know something.
What's that?
Fist.
She just punches him right in the face.
Hammer space.
Do you know? And she's just kind of takes the mirror pendant away from you. Do you know what the mirror pendant is?
Isn't it some sort of way for you to communicate with your dragon lords?
It carries the consciousness of every silver dragon priest that's come before me.
Well, I'll tell you right now that no, I did not know that. So thank you for educating me. But would
So
they
you
have-
just yelled at the ghosts of my ancestors about a dragon god with diamond talons.
He complimented them.
I spoke very glowingly of this dragon god.
We worship silver dragons as a collective. We don't worship a singular dragon.
There's no hive mind for all of the silver dragons.
Dragons do not have a hive mind.
Well, maybe the silver dragons did, and I just didn't know about it.
There's no queen dragon that issues commands to all of the drone dragons.
I'll tell you, Dragon Queen was a band that I listened to back in high school.
The closest thing you're going to have is something like Tiamat or Bahamut, and no, dragons don't have a tapped-in hive mind that they use.
I'm confused. Is the plural of dragon?
It's Dragon Eye.
Oh.
Okay, going back to the pendant, aren't you kind of afraid of getting stuck in a pendant for the rest of eternity?
Oh.
It won't be like my soul or anything. It'll be my consciousness.
I mean, arguably that's worse.
Well, essentially, the entity that is me is going to be sort of put into pieces.
That which is Elita is but a husk, and her consciousness will be liberated
I'm
from
so
it at
sorry
some
that
point.
this is going to happen to you.
Wait,
I mean, Mr. Eek, it's fine. I knew about it when I signed in.
you're wearing a haunted necklace.
Okay, that's very simplistic.
But is it inaccurate?
I think you all are being incredibly disrespectful of my religion right now.
Guys, it's going to be like an eternal family reunion. I could see how that could be a party or could be horrible. I don't know which.
Depends on the amount of water behind the bar to beer ratio.
I think we're really missing the point here from the revelation we just got. So can your ghost priests tell us where we need to go? Can they look at you in the mirror and tell us where to go?
You hear the sound of chains rattling, and then ooh,
Ebenezer Scrooge.
no!
These dragon priests, so there's more gravy than grave about them.
Johannes, quit shaking those chains. We're trying to ask Alita a question.
Oh, they were just sitting in the sand, and they were shiny.
I don't think it's going to be a good idea to try and bring Snuffles in the cart. I would say we should probably board her somewhere. I don't know if the cart's going to do terribly well in the sand, and I don't know if Snuffles will either.
How vertical is the cliff?
So wait, let me get it straight. The DM's like, your horse is going to die, and you're like, oh, well, let me figure out how I could continue on this path.
Gravy Boat is a problem solver.
Oh, okay.
And truthfully, if you guys can bring your horse, I don't particularly care. It's just I'm pointing out the
Because I have a thought.
issues.
I have a thought. Depending on
Just one?
the slope. Right now, he's not much of a multitasker, but depending on the slope of this thing, I may have an idea.
When I originally conceived of it, I thought of it as a Pride Rock type situation.
Okay, that's not going to work.
But
Yeah, that's not going to work.
but I'll be kind and make it like an 85 degree.
Together as a team, we pick up Snuffles.
Yeah, 85 degrees isn't going to cut it. We're going to need to find something else here.
It sounds like the bigger issue is less the cliff itself and more the fact that this wagon and our horse are not made for desert climate.
I mean, life finds a way. We just need to get Snuffles down the cliff.
I've seen this movie. It works out.
Does anybody have anything that will? Does anybody have any kind of revivify type spells or anything?
Hey, level 2 characters that don't include a cleric.
As someone who frequently plays clerics, let me just tell
wait,
you.
Alita's here too. Sorry.
300 GP worth of diamonds.
I think priestess.
Yeah, but she does have cleric spells. It's just she doesn't have revivify, so it didn't make sense for me to be offended on her behalf.
Yeah. Do you have wish by any chance?
Yeah, by any chance.
Let me just check through my spell book real quick.
Eek has wish.
Okay, yeah, I checked through the whole thing. It's not in there yet.
It says sleep 12 times.
I sleep in here so many times. It's like
Okay.
sleep,
they're different
shocking grasp,
they're-
sleep, catapult, sleep,
Grease.
gosh, unseen servant is like the last
Look,
page.
each one of those has different dreams that you get when you sleep.
Eek is secretly the Sandman.
3 of them are soup dreams.
Okay,
Here's
so
the dream of you swimming in soup. Here's the dream of people giving you endless soup.
Yeah, one
and
of
here's
those-
the nightmare where you eat bad soup.
Yeah, it's a wet dream, then it's a flood dream, then it's a dry dream. Those are those 3 types of soup dreams.
I'm gonna look in this map, and what do I like? Are there any kind of roads on it, marked on it?
On the scaled steps or in Oceanvar as a general rule.
Like, are we near a road right now?
Yeah, you are. You actually took a road to get to this part of the scaled steps.
Okay.
Wait, does it just
So-
end right at this cliff?
Yeah, that's-
Yes.
What? Who built this?
I guess erosion has really not been kind to this area. Like, geez.
How natural does this cliff look? Because I'm starting to think, like, well, if
How traveled does this road look? Why is there just a pile of garbage at the end here, like off the cliff?
Is Eek
why
thinking-
does the road end suddenly, or is
It ends at the rock that is the edge of the cliff.
okay? So
I think I like
Okay,
where this
but-
is going.
Isn't it weird? The road just kind of ends. Like what? And why would they make a road just to a cliff?
I think we need to take a leap of faith.
All right, you do that. I'm going to sit with the cart in case that goes poorly.
I don't know if that's wise, Mr. Boat.
I think you've got it.
Hey, little buddy, let me tie this rope to you,
Yep.
and you walk out there, and we'll see what happens.
You're talking to Eek, right?
No, I'm talking to you.
Oh, you meant buddy.
Let me just try this real quick.
I am
um,
so excited you guys have forgot about a resource that y'all have that can fly.
Me, when I have a rope attached to me.
Is it my cloak of the guard captain of Palabara flying?
I pick up a stone off the ground and just toss it like over the cliff.
I'm assuming you're not adding catapult.
No, just a regular toss.
All right, roll a
On a jerk.
dexterity check.
I hope the stone hits you.
That is going to be a 13.
All right. It goes far enough, and you see it into the air. It disappears in a puff of what looks to be sand.
Interesting.
It just got
You
disintegrated.
guys just see that?
Send Squeak in there.
Hey, that.
I pick up another rock and toss it.
Same thing happens.
I already have
And
this
another
rope tied
one.
around my waist.
Are you just going to keep throwing rocks?
Yes. This
Make
is
sure you hold
fascinating.
this end. Wait, not that end.
All right, I'm gonna tie the other end of the rope. Gravy Boat's gonna tie the other end of the rope to his waist, and then I'm going to chuck Johannes the same place.
Did you guys forget that Alita has a pseudo dragon that flies?
Cannonball!
Yes, we did. So we're gonna do this.
Okay.
I was aware of Squeak. When did Felix gain the ability to fly?
He's a pseudo dragon. All pseudo dragons fly. He just scampers as a general rule.
I thought he could just pseudo fly.
Yeah, no, pseudo dragons
A
can.
pseudo fly sounds like something I'd want to swat.
Pseudo flying is where like you hold him up by his belly and his wings go.
Oh.
It's like he's flying.
Can I roll this check to throw Johannes over the cliff?
Yes, you can once I'm done awing over that adorable visual.
Yeah, but his
This is
legs are like
pseudo-fly.
kicking as if he's running too.
Yeah.
So can I roll an
Even if you pull him out of the bathtub, his legs are still kicking.
Oh yeah.
Can I roll an Arcana on this? This what's going on here? See if I can kind of
Can I
understand.
roll
it?
an Arcana on the entirety of the desert?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to see if I have any
Roll
ideas
that-
of
roll
what
that
this,
throw.
Like,
You
what
better hope
kind of
I don't
spell
roll
this
one.
could
Roll
be.
that throw.
Solinar will also hold onto the rope holding Johannes.
I'm not liking where this is going.
It's okay. What do I need to roll? Do I need to roll anything?
You're being thrown. You just have to roll to, hold your breath.
Is this a strength or a dex roll?
This would be a strength roll because you're lifting a dude in plate armor.
But he's a really small dude.
I actually don't wear plate. Eventually I'll get there.
It's chain.
yeah.
You know what's also really, really heavy?
Metal.
Chainmail.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm dense.
I'm really calling myself out here, but as someone who has worn a lot of chainmail, it's really heavy.
all right, calm down there, Lord Voss.
I'm only
All
in
right.
bikinis.
Yeah, so I rolled a 4. So if it's a strength roll, that's a 6.
Cowabunga!
So you kick back and you throw Johannes. He goes about 10 feet and then lands on his butt in the dust.
Wait, I'm not allowed to try to put my foot down and jump and pretend like he just threw me further.
You know what? I will allow you to roll dex for that.
This is terrible.
5.
And you try,
Uh-huh.
and now you're on your stomach in the
So
dirt.
we didn't even get him to the edge. Like, he didn't even go over the edge.
I'm gonna do a breaststroke, or what's the one that does this? The frog stroke?
I think it's a breath stroke.
I'm gonna do the breath stroke.
You try to swim in the dirt. Got it. Mm-hmm. You are.
Is that an
You can
athletics
kind of
check?
hear your chainmail going on the rock that you're on.
Oof.
And you're moving like maybe 6 inches at a time.
Uh-huh.
But you're moving towards the edge of the cliff.
Just walk it.
Okay, so meanwhile, while I'm swimming, I believe you're doing an arcana
Yeah,
check.
can I do an Arcana check to see if I kind of understand what's going on with this whatever's making these rocks disappear?
Absolutely.
That is going to be a 17.
It looks like they might be absorbed by some kind of illusion spell.
I think there's some kind of illusion going on here. I wonder.
At that point, the top of my head just slowly as I swim through the edge of the cliff.
So you're going to be swimming off the cliff.
Yeah,
All right.
He's still tied to me.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Do you stop him?
No, I'm not paying attention at this
All right.
point.
Okay, because
Once you get yourself off... No, actually, no. Let me let you finish
well, I
what
was
you're doing.
just gonna say, because I'm probably not super paying attention to what's going on right there. So I lift up my hat and let Squeak out, and I'm like, "All right, go fly over there real quick. Let me see what you see, okay?" And Squeak goes. And,
I think we should let Sound Guy do whatever sound that is.
Yeah. So what?
He goes. Squeak, 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 squeak.
He goes. Squeak, 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 squeak,
He's like a Pokemon. He has to say his name.
squeak, squeak.
Oh, that's so cute. All right, it's now canon in my mind. Squeak is a swoobat, and we're all just gonna go with that. Anyway, so he flies. For the record, he's having a bad time because it's very bright and sad out, and unpleasant for him because he is a fuzzy creature of the night.
He's also having a bad time. I should have mentioned that.
He flies in and he disappears. It looks like he gets vaporized into sand. However, you see that as he is flying, he is way closer to the sand of the steps than it looked like he was when he flew off the edge of the cliff.
Does it look like the road continues?
It does not. It does go into the sand.
Okay.
However, Squeak is definitely seeing some shapes in the sky not too far from where you guys are that you yourself did not see.
Can I have half my legs like sticking out and the other, like kicking still?
You have to be completely through
Oh, okay.
to
then
disintegrate.
I
but-
go into a dive form and just fall forward.
All right. So all you see are the ends of the rope gravy boat, and
Okay.
Johannes, your feet are on the sand.
So I was in a dive form and then I just like am holding my hands up to the
Yes.
sky. Okay. Oh. Sandy.
You sort of feel like you've just like warped around the world.
I don't know how that feels. So
Disorienting.
I guess I'm gonna throw up quick.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
12.
All right. Your hands are on your knees and you're bent over, but you're able to kind of stop yourself.
Now,
Oh, hey, Squeak.
when you mentioned shapes, are they on our side of the... Like, are they on my side of this invisible illusion thing, or are they on the
The other side.
other side? And how much of an impression do those make on me?
Squeak is definitely having a moment of, nope.
Okay, so
Squeak nope.
I kind of share that feeling and bring Squeak back to me.
All right, Squeak is gonna...
Bye, Squeak.
Yeah.
Squeak isn't going to disappear in a puff of sand going the other way. He's just going to stop existing.
What's the other way? Is there a wall or is there another cliff or...
From what you see, you are standing more or less in the middle of the desert.
Oh, and then there's just more desert and then you walk through the... Squeak flew through the desert and then stopped.
And then disappeared.
So I see the end of a rope going into the desert and then stopping.
You see, it almost looks like you've got a broken frayed rope tied to you, only instead of a frayed end, the rope just stops. It doesn't even appear to be cut off. It just stops existing.
The rope broke. Oh no! Where am I? Oh no! This wasn't how this was supposed to go. I remember diving. Did I fall all the way down? I can't even see where the cliff is. Should I roll a perception?
Yes, I'm very excited for this.
3.
3?
Yeah.
You don't really see anything.
Oh no.
The wind seems to pick up a little.
Well, I guess I just need to get my bearings. This is probably north. Where's the sun? That's always north. There it is. Let's go that way.
So we see Squeak come back.
Yes.
What do we got on the other side there, Eek?
Well, Eek just kind of lifts up his hat. Squeak flies back in, hat back down, turns around, starts walking away.
All right.
Mr. Eek?
I don't think we want to go over there.
But that's probably where Kazan... That's the direction we need to go for the
No,
scales.
we're good.
Holy mission, Mr. Eek.
What did the dragon ghost
Okay, we
say?
didn't talk about big shapes in the sky when we were talking about holy missions. So, you know,
What do you mean big shapes in the sky?
Squeak was like big shapes, scary shapes. And that was enough for me, so let's go.
Alita's going to go into the back of the cart, grab her bag, and just start walking towards the edge of the cliff.
I mean, we could tow Johannes back and see what he's seen before you go walking into a potentially dangerous situation, Alita.
Yeah, I could do that. Or we could make some progress on this mission.
Or I could force all of your hands.
Sure, if you want to reel Johannes back, I will wait before... Oh, this is really much higher than I thought it would be.
Gravy boat's pulling Johannes back.
Let's tow him in.
This sounds like an opposed strength.
Yes, it does indeed.
Oh, you guys. 19. Game on.
Also 19.
Oh,
And I rolled a 17 to assist.
oh
I thought
nice.
you rolled a 1 for a second. I was really excited. So yeah, no, it looks like they're gonna overpower you, Johannes.
Oh, the desert is eating me alive.
So you're gonna get like yanked back.
I'm like dragging my hands through the sand, like, no, it's a quicksand.
Yeah,
It's so
that's-
much faster than me.
That's then you're pulled through the strange barrier, and you're back on the cliff with all your friends on the rocks. You are still you're on your back now.
Oh, I crit failed that Constitution saving throw though.
Oh yeah, you throw up.
Sand, don't eat me. It's not
Mr.
tasty.
Johannes, are you all right?
Oh, Alita, what? Where am I? This
You're-
isn't. Oh,
You're on the cliff where we all were.
yes, I remember now.
What kind of barrier?
What did you see, Johannes?
Oh, desert everywhere, but not a drop to drink.
I would strongly advise not drinking any desert at any point in time.
That was it.
Don't you eat that yellow sand.
The
That's not a bad point, though. How
rope
much
was-
water do you all have?
rope was cut,
Uh,
got eaten by sand,
water.
and then I lost what
I
I
have-
ate.
Well,
I
I
have
guess
a
we don't have
water
any water,
skin.
so we don't have to go over there anyway. Let's,
How much is your water skin? Like, how much does it hold?
I'd have to look it up.
How much poundage is it?
I think it's 5.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's something silly.
A gallon of water weighs 7 pounds.
No,
So, and a gallon
I think it's
is
5 gallons. Is it 5 pounds? I've got a player's handbook right here.
5 gallons
Yeah.
of water would weigh 35 pounds.
Whoa,
That's
a lot.
yeah.
That's a lot.
you're wearing a very large camelback.
Yeah, there's no way it can be 5 gallons.
You've just got a camel, like an actual camel.
Think about like a 5-gallon bucket that you get at the
So
grocery store.
I'm going to look that up, but while I'm looking that up, continue. 5 pounds full. So I was right on the
Yeah,
poundage.
yeah.
So that's about, and so that would be a little bit less than a gallon. So you have about 2 days of water in that water skin, if you're careful. How much water do you guys have?
12.
12 what?
Water's
12 water.
So what I am going to have you all do, all 4 of you, are going to roll a retroactive perception.
Well, didn't we load
Gosh,
up
dang
on,
it.
on like those water from the bar? Did we ever do that?
What?
Load up our wagon with water from the
No,
bar?
remember how I said we're doing a retroactive perception check?
15.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Boat knows what's up.
8.
I got this perception, so a 9.
Solinar?
But I definitely do have a water skin and a bunch of soup.
I'm going to tell you right now, it was so disappointing that all of those bottles were full of water that Solinar actively didn't grab any of them. Because I rolled a 1.
Each of those bottles that were full could take one person for 1 day. If you Boat thought
I
ahead,
think Solinar smashed them all.
Solinar smashed a couple in rage. Apparently, Boat, you had the foresight to grab 8.
Excellent.
As for the rest of you, all of your water skins are full.
Even crit failed.
No, your water skins, not the bottles you could have
Yeah,
stolen.
Boat's extra prepared. Everybody else is just getting by.
Okay.
I think if we're gonna play off my crit fail, maybe what happens is that Solinar sees one of the bottles in the back of the wagon and is like, "Oh, sweet booze! No, this is still water," and throws it off the wagon.
You know what? I will actually take that because that makes it hilarious for me.
son of a kobold.
You only have seven bottles
I
in
already
the
wrote
back.
down 8. I
Well-
wrote it in pen.
Well, it sounds like somebody needs to do a scritchy scratch on the character sheet and write another number.
Josh, you're going to pay for that.
Why would you ever write inventory in pen?
Because I don't know where my pencil is.
Whoa.
I
hey,
write all
look,
my inventory in pen.
Thank you. Here's the deal. I'm confident. I'm always confident.
I don't
use
need
the
your
back of my
pencil-based
character
elitism over there.
As you can see, I've written 8 LaCroix in my inventory.
Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but all my DM notes are always in pen forever, which is why I tear notes out of the notebook when you guys go left field.
I was wondering why your notebook has lost a lot of volume.
Yeah. I had to completely rewrite the entire next 4 sessions.
Started at 11.
Well, yeah. All right. So
Now look at this map. And since we're not going to the desert anymore...
Mr. Eek, we have to go through the desert.
What is the nearest city?
The nearest city, you could go back to Urnvale, Palabar. If you wanted to go through the hills, you could go to Gurndwar. Or if you wanted to just take a south, and you could go to Odabura.
Well, I'm going to follow the road.
A good chunk of the country is on the other side of the mountains, on the other edge of the scaled steppes.
Is there a road there? Is there a road in that direction?
There is a road to the east and toward the west.
To Moria.
So Eek checks the map and begins walking towards the east.
Yep. Let's
right.
go this way. Out of this big shapes in the sky. We don't need that. Let's go. Come on, guys.
Mr. Eek, where are you going?
Away from the whatever that is. Okay, let's go.
The sun? The sun points northeast.
What?
It's the North Star.
Roll an astronomy
Is there
check.
a North Star in this world?
Is there a North Star? Yes. Is it the sun? No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, didn't you ever learn in survival class?
I'm sorry. Are you arguing with the wizard on astronomy?
I'm not arguing. I'm telling him you gotta go north. He's going south.
Mr. Solinar, Mr. Boat, do we have any objections to me just walking off this cliff now?
Knock yourself out.
Fantastic. She's going to go through
It's not the
and
first time Alita said that.
it's not the first time she's thought it either. And she disappears in like a small swirl of sand.
Sounds like a Constitution saving.
You don't hear anything after she disappears.
I guess back. Oh, Giannis just kind of like slowly walks off the cliff.
All right, roll an advantage on your Constitution saving through because you're like prepped.
Oh yes, I've lost whatever I could have had. Yeah, I got a 12.
Yeah. Again, hands on knees,
I
bent
hate
over.
this. This has been a day.
Boat, I'm gonna walk this one.
Alita is also like,
Oh, yeah, it'll pass in a few.
I'm gonna walk this one out. 3 sharp tugs, and I want you to pull us back in.
You got it.
And Solinar like pulls himself along the rope
That
as if
Johannes
he's like
is on.
rappelling into the illusion.
this is so stupid. All right, roll your Constitution saving throw.
It's a 5.
Yeah, you're gonna get sick, my dude.
So Solinar is like the only one that comes through and it's like, whoa.
Oh, gosh darn it. Why were you right on my rope? Oh, no, this is...
Oh, that smell's not going anywhere for a while.
Oh, I'm cutting this thing off. This is horrifying. I have a mace. This is so unhelpful.
Would a dagger help, Mr. Johannes?
Oh, I've got a sword, too.
Okay, whatever you need.
I'm not going to roll to not cut myself, but I'm cutting this rope.
You don't have to roll to not cut. You can use a knife to cut a rope.
Awesome.
It's the same reason I don't have you roll to not choke on your food.
Oh,
I guess Boat's gonna climb up in the cart with Snuffles attached to it and drive that off the
Who's
cliff.
grabbing Eek? Because Eek is still wandering towards the east.
He can do whatever he wants. I'm trying to take care of Snuffles.
All right. You're going to go on your own little adventure then, Chapman. Gravy Boat, you are going to flick the reins. Snuffles is going to give you a look like, are you serious?
I stroke Snuffles' mane. I'm just like, just trust me, old friend. I wouldn't steer you wrong.
Animal handling.
She makes a sort of weird snort and just very carefully sort of ekes her way forward.
Oh, no, that's to the east.
I think there's a montage now
Yeah.
of all the times that Gravy Boat has steered Snuffles wrong.
So the first one, it shows Gravy Boat in a very small Snuffles, and he's just like, would I ever steer you wrong? I'm absolutely going to catch you when you jump off of this rock. Don't worry, it's a trust thing. And then you see him standing at the bottom, but then somebody's like, oh, Gravy Boat, you're my hero. Can you please sign my baby? And he's like, oh. Oh, Snuffles just jumps. His horse is in the background.
Next we see Snuffles like beautifully galloping along with Gravy Boat, and it's
wind
just
through
like
her mane.
Yeah, wind through the mane and everything, and you see Gravy Boat like kind of give the like signal to turn, and the camera shifts as Snuffles turns, and it's like just straight into a wall.
Gravy Boat was looking up at somebody else waving when he did the turn thing.
Gravy
Not
Boat.
Johannes. He
Gravy
pays
Boat
attention
is
to
a
what's going
bad pet parent confirmed.
The third one is there's a river, and Gravy Boat's like, no, don't worry, baby. It's not as deep as it looks. And then they get out like 10 feet, and Snuffles just loses all footing, and then they're being swept downriver. Snuffles neighing frantically.
You see a waterfall and you see a horse go off of it, but there's like a rainbow over the horse.
And I think the final one is we see like the scene as Snuffles gets off the boat in Palabar, which then cuts to Palabar burning and Snuffles like terrified running away. And then we cut back.
If you recall, she was killing people with her hooves.
Yeah. No, but when she got there, it was like a pristine city, and Gravy Boat's like, and Snuffles, you can see her like not happy that she's on a different continent, just got transported over the ocean. And Gravy Boat's like, no, don't worry, nothing wrong will happen. We're gonna be good.
Also, I'm going to Gravy Boat, since you are wearing a cowboy hat. That will give you a +1 to animal handling checks involving horses.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's +2.
I think it was if I said +2 at one point, sure. What?
All right. It's a nat 20. But you gave me a +1, which counteracts my -1. So
Well, it's still a nat 20.
yeah, but
Still,
still.
a nat 20 is a nat 20, my
So
dude.
I'm handling the crap out of this animal.
All those memories all of a sudden fleetingly
phrasing.
disappear.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Do you want to pick a different way to say that?
No, I don't. I'm actually very comfortable with what I said.
Snuffles is going to dressage trot her way through.
Fantastic.
Oh, nice.
So
With a cart attached. That's
So as we start moving confidently,
Snuffles is a draft horse, all right?
as we start moving confidently, I take my hat and I just pull it down, the brim down a little bit low.
Oh.
And I take my cloak, the symbol of office of the guard captaincy of Palabar,
It's not the symbol.
and I throw it over my left shoulder so it can like waft in the
Billow.
wind. Yeah.
So you're trying to make yourself look like McCree from Overwatch.
I have no idea what you're talking
the
about.
sun once high in the sky is all of a sudden setting.
Yeah, no, I'm picking
Yeah.
up what you are.
I'm feeling more like the man with no name.
With a look like that, it sounds like
Oh, that was
high
beautifully
noon.
done.
I want Eek to be the wands. Just attach a wah pedal to this.
I'm going to go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw. That is a nat 20 to not get run over by the horse as it comes through the illusion.
It's trotting, not galloping.
Yeah, I'm throwing up horribly.
Yeah, but you're doing a backflip while throwing them.
just like just like
No!
just like
You rolled a
No.
20.
dive into a somersault away from like
Wah! It just
hooves coming
launches
through.
you.
oh yeah, it propels me forward.
Guys,
so much faster now.
Let's ease up on
the
quid
20s?
pro barf. Like let's chill out on that one. So Eek, you are now alone, wandering towards the east.
It's quid
Well, I did not notice that I'm alone.
it's quid pro hurl, I think.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
I preemptively apologize to everyone that listens to this podcast while eating.
Why would you do that?
recovering from nausea? All right, who's got the map?
I do.
No.
But
No.
Nope.
No.
wait,
I have it.
Alita's like patting all of the pockets she has. I lied, I don't have the map.
Okay, not it.
Not it.
Oh! And Johannes goes
Alita didn't say not it.
through the portal.
We just established I don't. Wait, what?
Damn it!
Solinar will also go back through the portal. Please don't let this be as unpleasant this time.
You roll advantage when you know it's going to be bad.
Oh, I still got a 10.
I got
That stops you.
I got a 10.
No, 10 is
Is
10's
that-
what
is
you gotta
that-
meet.
Oh man, this is the worst. Eek, get over here.
Eek. Hey, Eek.
Oh, good. You guys realize we don't have to go where the big scary flying things are.
I will
so-
lasso you with this boff rope. I'm at my last end.
You got the map there, Eek?
Yep, and the map says we can go this way, which is not that way.
Oh, that sounds great. Could you bring that over here? I just want to take a look at it real quick. Should I roll
You
persuasion
roll-
on that?
No, that's a deception
You roll
for
deception, you
hard
roll
design.
insight. Are you trying to deceive us about your deception roll?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's deception inception.
16?
That's a 5, so...
Oh yeah, no, Eek, you think Solinar's trustworthy. That was your first mistake.
okay, sure. I walk over to him.
Get him.
Roll opposed dexterity,
Dexterity? Why?
because you're jumping on him.
Oh.
20? Non-natural?
21.
I got a 12.
Yeah, so I kind of like just...
That's still, as an assist, higher than 21. So they're able to... You're a squirmy little thing. to look at you.
I'm glad that two of us came. Don't you dare use grease. This is inevitable. Accept this fate.
I hear that, and I'm like, hey, wait. Oh, that's a good idea. I cast grease.
I jumped through this
No,
portal.
you need your hands, don't you?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
cast grease.
When they are grabbing you.
Can you do gestures with your feet if those are free?
Not because I'm. hold
I
this
don't
kobold
think
happy.
wizards train to use their
Yeah,
feet for
well,
casting.
Can you? Yes, but
aren't kobolds' feet a little bit more like sort of like monkeys' feet?
No, they're
No.
not.
Well,
Okay.
regardless, my next character is totally gonna abuse that by having by casting with his feet because nobody will expect it.
A foot caster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way that it works
A foot
is,
bender.
from my understanding of my years of playing, you don't have to use your hands.
Yeah.
It is just normal that you use your hands. The same way that most people don't sign their name with their feet, but you know, people that can.
Well, you'd
can.
have to train under somebody too, so they would have to show you. Like you can't just. Well, unless you're a sorcerer.
I mean, if you're a sorcerer, you can fart magic spells.
Yeah.
Like it's.
But that's a problem because then you're rolling on that wild magic. So we're through this portal. This is the worst. Let's do this again.
All right, so you're dragging Eek through the portal.
I made. Oh,
Yep.
Roll
oh,
a-
made it.
I think I roll a disadvantage. For
You don't
this.
roll disadvantage. You just don't get advantage.
But I feel
Eek,
like
if
I
you
do.
throw up on us.
I got a 12.
Constitution.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I got an 8.
Yep. All right.
Oh,
Eek's not feeling so good, guys.
kobold.
Oh, no.
Look at all that soup.
Oh.
Why did you do it?
Oh, Mr. Eek. Alita's going to dash over and begin comfortingly, like, rubbing circles in Eek's back. I should have been gentler with him.
And I look up
What?
at the sky.
Solinar, you clean this off right now.
Prestidigitation. Huzzah. Huzzah. Huzzah.
I can see that you trained with
sorry.
a huzzah.
I'm
trainer.
sorry. I need you guys to understand that Josh, as Solinar, for the record, is looking at me with wide, crazy person eyes while he wiggles spirit fingers at me.
You don't want
and
to see his toes.
repeating the word huzzah. I just need everybody to be aware of the nightmare that I just witnessed.
Huzzah.
Jazz hands.
Please do that. So, I'm sorry, are you making that canon to how Solinar has to cast
I
prestidigitation?
think
Well,
he is.
specifically for cleaning things.
No.
And he
no,
has
no,
to
no,
go. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Are we making... No, that's thaumaturgy.
So we're through this portal. What's going on?
I'm about to get there. I just need to know that that's going to be canon from now on every time he
for
does
cleaning things.
prestidigitation.
Yeah. Anytime Solinar needs to clean something with prestidigitation,
I'm saying
it's going to
every
be
time he uses prestidigitation, but
no,
you know.
it's gonna be something different when he wants to do like sparkles off the tips of his fingers, because he'll be like
Pizzat.
Shazam. Shazam.
Oh God, you're the literal worst. All right,
It's gonna be
so
great.
you guys find yourselves standing in the center of a desert.
So
The wind is kicked up a little bit.
This desert is the worst already, and I hate it.
as the vomit gets cleared away, I kind of
Gross.
this is your fault, DM.
I didn't know you guys were gonna fail this very easy
This
DC.
whole adventure is your fault.
It's like there was this one Saturday Night Live skit in the 90s where people like had those hoses up their hands, and the whole point was they
No,
were just,
stop. I'm
That's
stopping
what
you
this
right there.
is.
I'm
Okay.
throwing a foul flag.
Thank you.
So as that clears away, I kind of look up and can I do a perception check real quick?
Yes, you may.
All right, so that is going to be a 10.
A 10?
Yes.
You are unsettled by the wind picking up, but you're not sure why.
I don't like it over here.
Me neither. I hate
So-
this place. Let's keep going.
What does the map say
not
from
go to
here?
Camelot. It's a silly place.
Is it north, northeast?
Eek has the map. That's the whole reason you got him.
Right. That's what I'm asking Eek. Where are we headed to? Where do we have to go to get to Kazan?
To the northeast.
Well, I guess we keep going to the northeast.
All right,
But,
great.
we don't have to.
Well, holy mission. As I understand it, we do have to.
Eek, let me tell you something that's going to make you feel a lot better about going where we're going. I've heard legends, and when we get to Kazam, there's going to be a lot of genies there, and you'll be able to make wishes.
Wait. Are we talking about the genies that can teach us Shaq Fu?
Exactly. Think of how much more beneficial we'll all be in combat after we study Shaq Fu.
The martial art used to fight shacks.
I will falling rocks this party. I swear to God.
We already jumped off a cliff.
You have to learn the 3 different styles of Shaq Fu. There is straw, wood, and brick.
Ooh,
And only once you master all the forms of Shaq are you a master of Shaq Fu.
But there was one who was the master of all of them, but when we needed him most, he disappeared.
Aaron Carter.
He did beat Shaq that one time.
that one time.
Yeah, it was a great story. I actually listened to that in the shop the other day, so you guys know.
I'm just impressed with myself for remembering. It was so hard. I was like, I'm gonna remember this.
All right.
So doesn't that make you feel better, Eek? Think of how much more effective we'll be on our holy mission once we get there.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You all hear the sound of very large wings beating the air.
That's a genie.
Genies are known for having large wings. It's a thing they have.
I'd like to roll perception to find the source of the wings.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to see that because that's a 5.
Yeah, you're not.
I got a 14.
The dust kicking up is giving you a problem. You got a 14, Johannes?
Yes.
Vote, are you going to roll?
Yeah, I'll roll. That is a 16.
All right. Johannes and Boat are going to notice a shape in the distance that's getting larger as it gets closer to you. You see a blue sheen as the light hits
It's
it.
the shape a hexagon, pyramid.
A little more organic than that.
Just clarify for old
tree.
boat. Clarify for old boat here. Did you say large wings or large wigs?
Wings.
I was hoping we'd get to fight a beehive.
Boo.
Were you saying boo or boo oat? I was saying boo oat.
I'm so sorry, listeners. We were so close to plot.
20 deception.
Tried so hard and I got so far.
Which direction are we going? Because there's a thing coming towards us. And it looks like not a wig.
It's a Tory.
As I said before, to the northeast.
Right. And what direction is that thing coming from?
The northwest.
That way. Everybody get on Snuffle's cart. Let's go.
Yeah, now is not the time for your dressage trot, buddy. It's time to kick it into high gear.
I throw anyone who's taking too much time to get in because
Alita's gonna scramble.
And
Yeah.
Solinar will also scramble.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Eek, the master of scrambles.
I think he gets thrown in.
yeah, he does.
Because he's trying to get back. He's trying to get back.
Yeah, boat's still on the cart, so he's just...
Roll animal handling.
For throwing Eek.
for getting Snuffles to.
No,
Remember, I've got that cowboy hat on.
I know you've got the cowboy
And
hat.
throwing eek is party animal handling.
Okay, 14.
14, and is that plus your
party.
Yeah.
All right. Snuffles is going to have difficulty with the sand, but she is going to do her level best to get you guys.
Is it like a Scooby-Doo thing where her legs are just moving before they get traction?
Oh, I want to say yes so badly. So yes.
After Johannes throws an eek, he also just pushes the back of the cart to get it to just like start before jumping in.
It sounded like you said throws an eek.
Yeah.
I'm like, throwing an eek is like,
Yeah,
like
just-
piecing out of a situation
Yeah,
because
just-
you're a coward.
Just an eek.
Whoa.
I want to use that phrase now, though.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right, so you guys are going to be on Snuffles' cart as she is going to rush away from the.
Snuff and puff.
She's going to rush away from the suspicious shape.
You said something about large and blue, Johannes?
Yes.
Something perhaps draconid in nature?
It very well might be, which instigated in me a deep fear and caused me to throw a kobold.
I mean, I think we've thrown kobolds for less reasons.
You speak for yourself.
So Snuffles is riding through the desert, and she wears herself out after about 20-30 minutes of running, which is actually fairly impressive given that she's carrying all of you in a cart full of your stuff.
Yeah, I was celebrating. I thought that was like 20 minutes longer than I would expect.
You imagine that you are comfortably far from whatever that shape was.
Oh, time to open this bottle of potion I've got here. Well, this cork is really fighting me on it.
Anyway, however, those of you that are in the cart feel the cart suddenly stop.
I swear I'm going to get it open.
You see a small building
Okay.
built on sand in the middle of nowhere. There is a small oasis next to it.
What kind of building does it look like?
It looks like a shop.
I mean, like, is it a wood building, an adobe building?
It looks like it's brick.
I need to run it under some hot water.
Okay. All right, so there's a brick building, and like you say, it's a shop. Like, how do I know it looks like a shop?
There's a little sign
Okay.
outside.
Can I make out the sign?
Yeah.
Can I make out with this?
Yeah. No, I don't want to
Johannes.
get I don't want to get splinters in my tongue.
Johannes, that's so loud. I wish you'd stop.
I can't open it for the life of me.
Then wait until you have a tool or something. Sweet Lord, man.
I grab the bottle and just prestidigitate the top out of it and just hand it back.
Oh, thank you, Eek. I'm so thankful.
Oh, why didn't I think of that?
You guys can't hear it, but Sound Guy is losing his mind.
Oh, this is all going to get cut.
Is it?
I'm not so sure.
Anyway, the shop in the desert that's made of bricks.
Oh, just ignore me for a bit.
Does it, go ahead.
You come across the shop that is built of brick. There is a wooden sign outside that says, "The fabulous, wondrous items of," and then the name is sort of scratched out.
All right.
What does it look like it says through the scratches?
You can't tell.
What was the name of that creepy gnome we encountered way back when?
Churtle?
Oh.
Chateau, yeah.
All right. What kind of, is it like, when you say shop, I have a very particular image in my mind. Does it look like it was just sort of picked up out of a town and dropped in the middle of the desert?
It does indeed.
Okay. Is it like a cowboy door or is it a regular door?
It looks very whimsical.
Okay.
It has a full door with sort of a half moon shape at the top. The door itself is painted red.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock.
So I'm really imagining like a shop that would look like it came out of Legend of Zelda. Is that kind of the right feel?
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Okay.
You go up and knock at the door. There isn't really a response.
No, must be empty.
Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to try the handle.
The door opens and you hear a bell jingle.
Hello?
The store is clean and well stocked. There are shelves and shelves of items and table displays of items. There is a small counter in the back with what looks to be a cash box.
Okay, I will further pull my hat brim down and pull back my cloak, the symbol of office for the guard captaincy of Palabar. So I do look like the man with no name, and I'm just gonna walk in there very confidently.
Absolutely. Your boots hit the polished wooden floor.
Point of order, is Johannes still wearing spurs?
Yes.
No.
You never said you took them off, but
I didn't. They were oversized, so I'm gonna say that. Yeah.
They just fell off at some
At
point.
some point, they're in the desert somewhere. Somebody thinks that somebody got disintegrated. What
happened to the cowboy?
Yeah.
It's right at the end of the road.
Right before the cliff.
Yeah.
So I stride in there, and I can't see. Do I see any signs of people or anything like that?
There doesn't seem to be anyone that you can see at this moment.
All right, I'm gonna cup my hands around my mouth and be like, "Hey, is anybody around here? We're looking for some fabulous items."
You
Babu.
hear a soft jingling sound, and a man that you aren't sure was there to begin with has appeared behind the counter.
Rats.
He is unsettling. He is wearing a robe that has a hood pulled over it, and the back of the hood extends very far and ends in a little bell. Overall, his robes are patterned with suns and moons and constellations that seem to move about the fabric itself. However, most notably, he doesn't have a face.
All right. So all right. You say he doesn't have a face. So does that mean it's like I look into the cloak and I see nothing?
No, he has like a Slender Man deal going on.
Okay. All right. All right. I stay where I am, but I turn toward him, and I just sort of tip my hat. It's like, "How you doing, Space Wizard?"
Hello, my friend! I am not a space wizard, but I appreciate the assumption of my intelligence.
What's your
Wait, real quick. Is this all just happening in our heads, or is it just a gaping
Yeah, what is going on here?
black hole pit that opens?
It appears that all of this is happening. You are seeing this man just as Gravy Boat is.
Okay, but
they're talking about the sound. Is it in our heads or is it coming from
no,
something?
you can hear,
Normally?
it's like he's talking.
Okay.
But is there a mouth?
No, there is no mouth.
Okay, it just seems like there's a voice.
So
But does he need to scream?
Anyway.
So
I looked toward him. I was like, "What's your nombre there, partner?"
I bet it's 7.
Tingle, is that you?
I do not understand, my friends.
I think he wants your name.
Oh, that is an incredibly good question, actually.
It is?
I am not sure what my name is. Please, feel free to call me whatever makes you comfortable.
Well, I very much like that cloak you got there, so I'm going to call you Moonsy.
Fantastic. Then I shall be known as that from now on.
Have you never known your name, or did you forget it? Somebody uncaringly scratched it off your sign out there, so you can't go out and look at it.
Well, to be truthful with you, I don't remember what I don't remember. And I only remember what I do remember.
So the thing is, there's known knowns, and then there's known unknowns.
And sometimes you go to war with the army you have, not the army you wish you had.
Speaking of, what's the cost of this?
What are you pointing at?
It's really shiny. It's 3 shelves up to the left, and it has one end that looks bigger than the other.
I'm gonna grab the DM guide.
So it's really thick, is what you're saying.
Oh, so thick. Oh,
Super thick on the one end.
It's on the floor, at least.
What is this?
It's
you know what? That's a good question.
careful.
It's a booby
So
trap.
first off, it's a DC 10 trap.
Books of falling.
Yeah.
So the thing that you were pointing at was a large pink crystal vase with
Yes, it
a
was.
stopper up at the
Yes.
top. The item comes out and floats down into your hands.
Oh, nifty. Does it smell like cactus flower?
It does, actually.
Hmm.
It is also roughly the size of your average cell phone, so it's not terribly large.
Hello? Hello? How much is this?
Oh, yes, that would be... Oh, it's been so long since I've priced. I would let it go for, say, 10 gold.
Yes, done.
You now own a bottle of Endless perfume.
Is there any fabric in this store?
I found exactly what I was looking for, somehow.
The darker, the better.
What are you trying to do, my friend?
Well, I'm looking for something. As you can see, my cloak, very brown, great for blending in with dirt, and mostly dirt. I'm looking for something that'll be better for shadows.
Oh, the best part about it is when it gets dirty, you don't have to clean it. Like, you don't even notice.
This is true. But the big thing is that I'm going to sew in some pockets and things like that, so really having the fabric would be best.
Let me see. Well, I do have one thing. Though it would be more for your pocket interests, my friend, than... One moment. He goes into the back and you hear scratch, 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 shuffle, 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 ting, ting, ting. And then he comes back out with a garment box, which he puts on the counter and opens. Within that garment box is a multicolored cloak that appears almost patchwork. He lifts it out of the box only for you to see that there are dozens of pouches and pockets sewn into the cloak itself.
That's fascinating.
Just wait, my friend. He opens one of the pouches, which is maybe 7-8 inches long, and dips his entire arm into the shoulder with it.
Gross.
What are you doing?
I am very fond of this cloak. You can carry anything within it. Anything that will fit within the pockets, that is.
Does he just start pulling out colored yarn and he just keeps going?
Doves fly out of one, pulls a rabbit out of another. All right. This isn't quite what I had in mind, but it is fascinating. How much for this?
This one is more expensive, my friend. It is 150 gold.
Oh yeah, that's well outside of what I've got for you today. And you don't have any just basic black fabric? None at all?
Let me look, my friend. However, I am more the kind who sells wonders.
Ah. What if you had, do you have any fabric that'd be especially good for sneaking around?
Let me see what I have.
Okay, thank you.
While he goes back to look, Boat, you find yourself drawn to a large dusty barrel in the corner of the shop. Within that barrel is a couple of odds and ends and items and a kind of hodgepodge, cobbled together sign that says discount bin.
That's Gravy Boat's favorite kind of bin. Let's take a look.
Within that bin, you pull out a cylindrical black flute-like object.
Flute-like? Is it like a recorder?
It's a clarinet, but yes.
Okay. I wish it were a bass clarinet.
It just keeps going.
I'm sorry that this is not magical enough for you.
All right. I'm fine with a regular clarinet.
That's if you even know how to play one.
Oh, these reeds. Is this SpongeBob?
Yeah, I'm trying to do Squidward. But
Is that what you're trying to do?
With my voice like it is, it's so bad.
Let's remember how
I
old I am.
legitimately thought you were
and I
trying to
have
do a
never
Simpsons
seen
character.
Is there anything else in the discount bin?
There are a couple of things, but this draws you to it.
Okay. Does it already have a reed in it?
It does.
Okay.
You notice there's some kind of magical aura on the item.
Can I roll an Arcana check on it?
You absolutely may.
All right.
You don't want to read it?
That's a 7.
It's a 7.
It's magical.
Maybe.
There is a spell on it that affects how it plays.
Ooh.
And it is so woven into the material of the clarinet itself that there is no ability to remove the spell without destroying the item.
Okay.
You put your mouth on it. John Cena.
Okay. I take it and I inspect it, and then I put it to my lips and blow.
All right.
You know how to play a clarinet, don't you?
I will not rise to that bait, sir.
Roll performance.
Right. That's a 12.
I'm so happy right now. So, as you blow, no matter what you do with the frets, have you guys ever seen that YouTube video of the dude who's really messing up playing Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On" the recorder?
No, this sounds very on your brand.
It's very on my brand.
Yeah.
A very similar tune ekes out of this clarinet.
What?
It sounds as if you are trying to play a sentimental song with 3 days' knowledge.
Does it sound like I'm playing a dying cat?
It sounds like you're hurting a dying cat in some way.
Oh, you're blowing it, Boat.
I turn to Moonsy and I'm like, "Hey, friend, I'm thinking about taking this here big discount fluty thing. You got any like how-to books or anything like that? Any sheet music?"
Oh no, my friend, I am sorry. The clarinet of discord will only play what it wants to play.
Discord. Is there a book that says "Blowing It for Beginners"?
Not in this shop.
All right. Say, I think I'm gonna get this, but I'm still shopping. Say there, Moonsy. Can I any way I could maybe get a cloak like yours? That thing is pretty cool with all the movement and such.
Well, thank you, my friend. However, I have never been able to remove it. So
Oh, never knew.
I am not certain that I would be able to find you one, but I will be happy to keep my eye out.
Singular?
I appreciate it, Moonsy. Hey, Moonsy, can I ask you some questions? I know you say you don't remember much, but so did you just wake up and find yourself here in the desert one day?
What do you mean in the desert?
We're out in the desert.
Are we?
Yes.
Let's rephrase that. We found your shop in a desert where we were.
I have found that my shop appears where it is needed.
The shop of requirement.
I do not know if I will always carry what is required, but I like to think I show up when required.
All right, who was making bread so that this shop showed up?
What?
Eat that wheat.
Because it was needed.
That was really bad.
That was not good.
I failed my Constitution saving throw.
Yes, miss, you are looking at a very fine series of poisons.
So whenever he says it's needed, it appears wherever it's needed. He just takes a quick glance outside. Just to see if it's changed.
Okay. It has... The windows don't see outside. You just see light
Oh,
coming
no, I
through
meant like
them.
out the door.
Oh, out the door?
Yeah.
I assumed the door closed behind you guys, but no, it's still the desert.
Okay.
Say, friend, you know what we could really require right now? That's a good night's rest. You wouldn't happen to have an inn for sale anywhere in here, or maybe some tents.
Actually, also water. I seem to have not really brought much, and I'm a tad bit parched.
I do have this, my friend. He pulls out a large crystal decanter with the elemental symbol of water carved into the top.
What do I think that elemental symbol is with that? Oh, I rolled really high. An 18.
You think it's water?
Oh!
Bravo, Johannes.
In! I'm gonna ask, can I buy that huge bottle of water that seems exactly what I need?
Absolutely, my friend. It will be 25 gold.
Oh, done. Getting so many bottles.
What does that one do?
Well, it depends on what you ask of it to do.
Water.
Well, you can tell it stream, or fountain, or geyser, and it will respond accordingly.
Like creating a stream or a fountain or a geyser?
Well, allow me to may I? He sort of gestures to the decanter since you are now its owner.
If you missed.
He takes the decanter.
Didn't do anything.
As you say mist, and he opens he pops open the cork, a really dense mist begins to funnel out of. Yes, I almost said thick. Stop looking at me. Begins to come out of this decanter like a fog machine until it fills the shop and almost totally obscures everything within it.
I'm really excited that there's a cork on this thing.
Oh my god. Moonsy, can you see anything through all this fog?
Yes, I can see everything fine.
He's got predator vision.
Right.
Aldena's going to grab Solinar's cloak and, yank him to her height so she can go, "Do not steal from the suspicious magic faceless man that has done nothing but be nice to us."
Somebody already stole his face.
You're not there.
He just said he can see. Obviously, I'm not going to be stealing things while he's looking right at me.
You shouldn't even be thinking about stealing from him.
Or should I?
You shouldn't!
You know he can probably hear you, too.
I absolutely can, my friends, and I appreciate your moral compass, girl.
I'll be keeping my hands in my pockets.
You would have more pockets if you bought that cloak from him.
Yeah, you want to guess who doesn't have 100 gold pieces to spend on a cloak? This guy.
Hey, Moonsy, I got a question for you.
Absolutely.
Do you got any earplugs or anything like that?
I do, actually, my friend. One moment.
Oh, that's wonderful.
He puts the cork back in the decanter, and the mist... easily and with a single pop.
Right. This will come back later. I'm excited.
And the mist disappears.
So you're telling me we could make a geyser with this thing if we wanted to?
Yes, sort of, within reason.
Gosh,
So
I have no idea how to spell cork.
C-O-R-K.
Oh, cork. Don't look at this paper.
No, I already looked at it.
I've been playing Johannes for too long.
So,
I do not have earplugs per se, but I do have this item. He holds out what looks to be a simple strip of black cloth.
how does this work?
It is not something I am comfortable with for the most part, but people have needs for it, I've noticed. However, they seem to be mostly of the assassination and subterfuge variety.
Boo.
Go on.
This strip, when tied around someone's eyes, will deprive them of all senses. Sight, smell, hearing, taste, touch, everything.
But it has to be their eyes.
So it's a sensory tank?
It's a sensory tank that you can wrap around your eyes.
How much is it?
This one is going to be 100 gold, my friend.
That's too rich for my blood. I think I'll stick to my clarinet. Thank you, though.
Absolutely.
Did you have any luck locating anything of a sneaking variety in your cloaks?
With consideration for your budget, my friend, I have not found much, but I am still looking.
Okay, I appreciate that.
How do you make all these?
These gentrified stores.
I actually do not make any of them.
Moonsy's just a Brooklyn hipster.
Where do they come from?
They appear in the
This is a low-rent
store in my
desert.
stockroom. And I wake up with knowledge of what they do.
Oh. What?
Is there something that you would need, my diminutive friend?
Do I see anything that catches my eye?
You see what looks to be a shiny red tiara.
Oh. What's that?
Oh, this? Well, if you wear it on your head, it releases fire at command. Blasts of fire. Limited, but effective.
Huh. Okay. Do you have something like that, but maybe makes people sleepy instead?
You want a circlet of sleep?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's alliterative.
That's yeah.
Be happy with your Sailor Mars tiara.
I can keep an eye out, my friend.
Yeah, if you find anything like that, that would be really great.
Excuse me, sir. Is your name Eek?
Whoa. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
I have something that was left here for you. He goes behind the counter and pulls out a wrapped parcel and hands it to Eek. It is square in shape.
Oh, maybe it's a
What?
bouillon cube.
What? Who left this?
I am not at liberty to say, my friend.
Oh.
Are you at democracy to say? Communism to say?
Open it. Open it. Open it. Open it.
Mr.
Eek
Eek,
is feeling super on the spot right now, and just
Mr.
kind
Eek,
of
would you be more comfortable if I opened it for you?
he just sticks it in his backpack
Happy
because that he just got super on the spot there, and he was like, open backpack, stuff it in, close it on the back.
May I help you all with anything else, my friends?
Do you have any tarps?
I do not, my friend.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I'll just take my clarinet.
All right. Anybody buying anything else?
This has been a great experience. I haven't been into a shop this helpful in a very long time. The last shop I went into, I walked out of immediately.
Does he have anything like a walking stick?
Can I give you a 5-star review somehow? Can I carve one on the side of your building? I don't know how this works.
I want to write a 5-star review on help.
Yeah.
Not at the moment, you don't see.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, I gotta tell you, Moonsy, that your deals and selection are eclipsed by none.
Thank you, my friends. And as always, I will keep my eye out.
Very much appreciated.
Well, one more thing. Like maybe, do you have any like pots or kettles?
I do have something you might be interested in, but you also might not. It is a specific kind of item.
Okay.
Unlike all other items.
He pulls a kind of beat up and weathered looking old teapot and puts it on the counter.
Oh, this could be useful.
May I see your decanter, friend? He's gesturing to Johannes.
Decanter.
Just anything with water.
Oh, I only have one thing. Here.
He's going to pop it open and pour it into the kettle. He puts it down. The kettle immediately is steaming and whistling.
It's an Instapot.
He gives the decanter back, and he begins to pour cups of steaming hot tea.
Oh yeah. How much is this?
This would be 7 gold, my friend.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll buy it.
Absolutely.
And
I saw how offended you looked, Brandon.
Yeah.
I don't think that the kettle of instant tea is really gonna make or break the campaign.
I just wanted to tarp.
Game on.
We're weaponizing the hell out of this tea.
Oh my god. Get ready to see the pain.
Wait till we're on the ramparts of a castle that's being stormed. We're pouring so much boiling tea on people.
You know that thing where they're like, "What's your special talent?" and the woman puts her mouth on the top of the teapot and just like funnels tea out of the spout.
What are you talking about?
All right,
We're gonna do that, but to bad guys.
Alon, so that
No.
All right. So, with your wondrous and magical purchases, unless you have any questions for Moonsy,
I'm glad that Eek was like, this tiara is pretty cool, but the Ayara part is like, meh.
If only it were a tiara of endless tea. You just
you put
spray
it on.
at people.
You put it on the crystal, just endlessly spews tea, and you're like, oh god, this is so inconvenient.
Oh man, this would be
everything is damp.
This is how Solinar did flips earlier.
Gross.
Yeah, it's high pressure and boiling.
Anything else, you guys?
Ha Hi, I'm Eek, the Kobold Wizard, and you're adventuring with Quid Pro Roll.